All right, welcome in everybody. How are we doing? We are looking at the bloody charts. We are just looking. What time is it? How long have we got until market open? We've got about 15 minutes till market open. Let's mark this out on ES. We are currently trickling down into what looks like this sort of last line of support on both indexes, which is where I'd like to see price go to for potential longs. However, that is how far away? 155 points away. So more than likely, what's going to happen is we're going to be able to catch a continuation down. There's no SMT off of this low inside the gap. So we are looking for continuations. What could this be? Could be hourly. Could be this gap right here. Look for continuations, 15-minute retrace down. Or we could look for, there was a 15-minute that I marked out up here, which we could see longs to. However, either end of this is like 150 points. For a no news Monday, we've got one yellow packet news at 2:30. We had 2 p.m. news. When was 2 p.m. news? Did it do much? Not really. Sort of just shot us back down to these lows. We haven't made an SMT off these 5 minutes. Nothing to worry about. As I said, we are currently in this 1 hour. However, it's already been mitigated. So we're not, as you can see, we're not too fussed about that one. Oftentimes, like if price is going to continue the trend, it just goes straight through. As you can see, look, comes down, taps in, straight up, tapping back into it again. We didn't get a good reaction off it. As you can see, we're still trickling down, so it's not really valid in my opinion. This unmitigated 1 hour inside, not inside, this 4 hour. Unmitigated 1 hour could see price come down into this level, sweep, create an internal SMT. As you can see, we've got an external SMT here. So that's pretty bullish. An external 4 hour SMT shows a heavy divergence for a possible retrace and then more longs. However, something else we also have to look at is the fact that this new week opening gap has been inversed, retested, and we're pushing down from that. So I am bearish for today, at least until these levels. We'll see what happens at these levels, because obviously we got a lot of bullish confluence around them. We got 1 hour gap, got like 1 and 4 hour liquidity with an SMT. If price comes down, if we open pre-market again, or if market opens and just shoots straight down to our targets again, I will look for longs. But the odds of it going 150 points each way, 180 points just to reach that gap. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for hopefully some sort of continuation confluence. So we will have to see. Hourly candle opened 17 minutes ago, so we could look for a 30-minute retrace. So not actually that high. How far away are we from there? Yeah, 55 points from that 30-minute. So we will have to see. But yeah, that's got 12 minutes until market opens. We've just been dicking down from this retrace into the inverse of the new week opening gap. So could be bearish. Just look on the daily. We got loads of daily trendline liquidity, and we've been bullish for a while. So it might be time for like a weekly, maybe even a monthly retrace down, because since, when was it? It's April. Since April, when Trump announced tariffs and we swept below these lows, we have boomed nearly 10,000 points. So we've been on a generational run. So it might be time, we're at all-time highs. It might be time for a decent decent sell-off. As you can see, not as you can see, but crypto has been falling recently. Hella. Bitcoin, I believe, reached less than 99,000. Like the first time it's been under 100,000 in a while. So sort of the bull run, the crypto bull run, the AI bull run is, maybe coming to an end, present us with some more buying opportunities, which is good. See, I was looking, because if we had an SMT off these highs, like so the start of the move down, that would be ideal, but it doesn't look like we do. Maybe on a lower time frame. When did we start this move down? Here. Nothing's sticking out to me straight away. It's not an SMT. See, if we would have had an SMT, it would have been to begin the move down. So there is still room to come up if we, like I said, were to tap into this 1 hour, create some sort of SMT, and then obviously you don't know the model, but I know my model, so the motion model. But yeah, I'm bullish from there, but I'm bearish until there. So depending on what's going to happen, we either dick straight down 150 points, no entry for another half hour, terrible price action, or we go up, give us a little retrace, little 5-minute SMT, internal 1-minute SMT, come up, sweep, 30-second inversion with a 30-second internal, and just ride the wave all the way down. Because we don't have much trendline lick stacked up, but we do on the daily, so it could just be a high time frame sell-off. So we'll have to see. But yeah, we got 10 minutes till market opens. So I don't really know if I can do much more analysis than that. But we'll have to see. This is the Discord I'm in. So I'll have to see. We are looking for longs to true day open. See, I can't get indicators on here. So every time I want to indicate something, I go to, well, I don't pay for this, so it's 10 minutes behind. And then we'll look up not trading sessions, ICT kill zones. ICT kill zones. There we go. Right, where's true day open? UTC, we are UTC -1, I believe. I don't know. New York macros. ICT kill zones and pivots, there we go. Here we go. So you got London highs, obviously. Asia highs, so London came out, swept Asia, and New York highs from yesterday. Where the fuck are we? Oh, we're on the 5-minute, that's why. I was going to say. Yeah, so we're approaching this gap. This gap. It's 15-minute. We've inversed this 15-minute. What have we done on Project X? Yeah, so we've inversed that 15-minute. Could come up for a possible retrace upon market open. And yeah, we've got 7 minutes. 7 minutes to market open. We've got news at 2:30, news at 3, but no red packet. We've got Trump speaking tonight, so we'll see. A lot of people speaking. I'm tired for some reason. It's only 2:30. I already been gym this morning. Did some work. Vlogged, so that's good. I don't know whether I will post this or not. We'll have to see. But yeah, 7 minutes to market open. I may just run to the toilet beforehand. I had a I'm high on the ceiling. Yeah, I'm a celeb. I'm a celeb started again, isn't it? So yeah, normally I normally see some sort of entry that I could force pre-market, but I'm not seeing niche. Obviously came up into this 5-minute gap. That's, continuation. Yeah, but like, was there even an entry in this 5-minute gap? If there was, I'm going to be annoyed. Not really, but I didn't have the 5-minute gap marked out. Oh, because there wasn't one. Oh no, there was. Being a div. So we tapped into it just barely. So there could well have been an SMT here. No. There wasn't a 30-second SMT off these highs. All these highs. And then there was an inversion. But that's not really like, there's no internal SMT. So it is literally just a 5-minute gap and a 30-second inversion. I don't believe I would have taken this. Or I like to imagine I wouldn't have taken this. No SMT. No SMT. No, we need that internal, man. We need that internal. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Only thing is now, though, if we were to come back up, manipulate, we would have to, therefore, inverse that 5 minute to get to the 15. Or the 30, sorry. Which would be fine. But, it's whatever. Could be creating an SMT at these lows. However, we are not in a high time frame PD array. An unmitigated high time frame PD array. So if we inverse, I'd like to see this 30-minute get inversed for us to get a decent retrace. Because if we don't inverse it in retrace, there's always the possibility of just continuing off of this. So always want to be sure that you inverse a gap before you retrace. Otherwise, don't take the trade. You're better off just leaving it. Because if you disrespect a gap and then come up, you're just retracing to sell off further. So you look for sells. However, if you, it just gets dodgy when you do that. Phone's on 18%. And of course, my chair is on my phone charger. Right, I'm just going to go toilet quick before market opens. Looks like we are going to inverse that gap, so we could look for sells. Okay. Looks like we are going to inverse that. Hopefully, we make a new 5-minute gap, which we could retrace into. Because like the odds of us coming back up here, I would like to just see this. Pardon me. I would like to see this create a 5-minute gap. for us to go into. Long right now. Bounce of 50%. Oh, is it? Is there a yeah. Bounce of 50%. This is 50% extension. However, not right before market open. Okay. Not right before market open. So let's get rid of this gap, this gap. Is that the that is the new week opening gap that we filled? Okay, so we want to keep the charts relatively clean. Market's just opened and looks a bit we're dicking down. So it's fine. It's pretty much what I expected. We ended up inversing this 30-minute, which is good. Could come back up. Is there a bearish gap inside that 15-minute? No. Not in a time frame that I like. We could just stick straight down to this gap. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past it. The market's the minute. We've already dropped 70 points. Like, we've dropped 35 since market open. Fucking the people on this fucking chat are retards. Alright. So what 5-minute lows have we got? We got this 5-minute just before the hourly gap. We've got this 5-minute gap here, which we could look to trade into. We're getting a decent reaction off for the 5-minute. Got this 30-second, which should push us lower. However, if we inverse it, it's decent. But it's not really... Definitely not enough to take a trade off, especially this early into the trading day. Do have an SMT. Wow, climbing. Got an SMT off these candles. Wow. No, we don't, actually. We don't have an SMT, my bad. I was thinking I should have entered there, but fuck that. Wow. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Bro, the markets at the minute are crazy. Could see an SMT off these. These 30-second highs, these 1-minute highs. NQ bashing. We could see an SMT inside this inverse 30-minute. Which could push us lower. However, I'm not liking the look of... Fucking hell. I'm not liking the look of how big 36-point gap to inverse. Like, fuck that. Like, what's the next one? We got one up here. NQ2 could take these highs, which it just has. An SMT from these highs to these highs with an inverse. If he actually longed off of that, retrace to that for sure. Continue on to taking influence from random people on the internet, like, it's all well and good. But wow. Market open, dumped into this 5-minute and just fucking boomed straight back up. What have we got? We got any? So we're currently inside of this 5-minute that's been tapped before. We don't have any gaps, so that's the only thing. We literally have no gaps, not even on the 15-second. The minute is just too fucking massive. You know what else is massive? We could see a retrace into here, come up, internal SMT. Or ES could just sweep out and not give a fuck about our feelings. So, wow. We are climbing. So, like, we might be going to the unmitigated 15 minutes to continue lower. If we are, that's good, because obviously look for trades in that price range. Yeah, if ES takes this, I'm just removing these drawings because there's no SMT off those highs anymore. Yeah, ES just took that. Bull run, bitch. Okay. I was completely wrong by the looks of it. Well, not completely wrong, but I thought we were going to just continue down. Could see price come up to here. But then is that too high? By the time we get there, are we going to actually want to take an entry? Got this 5 minute gap. It's already been 5 minutes since market open. Wow. Yeah. Definitely not going to be forcing anything today. Definitely not. This is what trading is, man. Everyone sees those videos of people going fucking crazy. Majority of the time, it's just this, just watching your entries get invalidated and just fucking crashing out. We are currently in drawdown, about 420, 418, $417.58 in drawdown, which is fine. Apparently, Top Step are getting rid of activation fees, which would be pretty cool. So when I pass this, I won't have to pay to start trading an actual funded, which would be decent. Because yeah, this is an eval at the minute. I'm not that profitable. One SMT off of these. However, I don't know if it's valid. Because this 5 minute could be good for a retrace. Don't have a gap though, so it's decent. And we no longer do. Well, once ES takes that, you gonna take it? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so another entry invalidated. So it does look like we're going to be continuing higher, which is fine. That is what I thought. This is what I thought going into the day. So inverse of that one, retrace into 15 minute. Because things, even if we blast past this, we must get some sort of like 5 minute retrace off of it, which we could look for longs in potentially. However, I did think that that hourly gap, I don't know, that 5 minute gap at the 50% extension leg. I don't know. I don't normally use the fib. And right, we are in nearly. We are in the gap. There we go. Right. Wow. How many points off that is open? Nearly 200 points. Boom. Upon open. Let's look for. Okay. What do we look for? An SMC off this high, which we have. Just I want to see a lot more, a hell of a lot more structure. We've got an SMT. Oh, sorry, we've got an external. We might tap into this, create some more structure, make an internal, and then inverse. I'm not going to enter off of this inverse just because we have been so bullish. We've got an internal 30 second, 15 second. No. Go on. So I want to see, basically, what I want is we've got the external SMT inside of the 15-minute bearish gap after inversing the 30-minute retracing up to this point. I want to see price go higher, make an internal SMT off of this internal high, and then come back and inverse this gap. I would enter off of that. So we'll see. We'll be using 6. How many contracts should we risk? How many micros, sorry. 6 or 7? Oh dear. How many points would that be for a stop? Wowzer. 44 point stop. Price is moving crazy. Maybe we will de-risk a little bit. 5 minis. Because yeah, risking 5 minis for a 40 point stop, that's $200. So there we go. We've currently got an SMT off these highs. ES pushed higher, NQ stayed below. If NQ pushes past this high, it would be invalid. And I'd be put off the entry entirely. So what we're looking for now would be an inverse, unless we just push past. It's not ideal. Targeting a 1 to 2. Just don't push past this high. That's all I ask. All I ask, don't push past that high. Present me with an entry, please. Present me with an entry. Or just push past the high. You know, I didn't want that SMT anyway, to be fair. Like, I'll be so real. I don't even want that entry. Oh, I didn't want to take a trade today. Right, so we are reevaluating. We've just tapped into the 50% of the 15-minute gap. Price looks like it's moving a little bit crazy. There's no SMT off these highs. There's no internal. No internal, no entry. Okay. Internal is more powerful than external, I've come to find. You don't always need an external if you're inside a higher time frame PD array. There's a good 1 minute gap here. However, it is quite far down. Got an internal SMT off these 2 candles, which isn't the best in the world. But if we get a good reaction to it, it's not the cleanest SMT, but if it's steady, then it would be good. Only thing though, it's quite a large risk. If we go to a 1 to 2, I need to not get put off by the risk. If we inverse this gap, I'm entering 5 contracts, 50 point stop. See, that's the only thing though. There's not even a smaller gap that we could have entered off. So we've got this 15-second here, which we haven't inversed either. No, there is a bullish SMT off of this inside this 30-second. Obviously, there wouldn't be. NQ didn't take it. ES took it. ES did, however, inverse. So there is that. Could see a higher up 30-second gap. If we shoot up now, create a 30-second gap, and another cleaner SMT inside this 15-minute would be a lot cleaner for shorts. So if one of you would take that high, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, NQ. Now ES, you stay below. Good boy. ES, no. ES, you can stay below, buddy. You can stay below. It's fine. I don't want you to take that high. I don't want you to take that internal high. Oh, good boy. Okay. Right. So once this 30-second closes, I believe, will have an SMT. Unless we take it. Don't take it. Don't. Good boy. Got a 30-second here. Good reaction from that SMT. 34-point stop, 1 to 2 risk reward. Break even at this internal low with 7 contracts. I'm pressing sell if we inverse this 30-second gap.
Order filled.
There we go. Stop there. Take profit there. And we let it run. Like I said, break even at this internal low, which would be in a minute. If we keep dicking down, so we inverse the bearish 30-second. I don't like the look of that. Could get stopped out here.
Order filled.
Which we do. So, there we go. Lost 1% on the account. Didn't create a bullish SMT. Otherwise, we would have been break even. Inside the bearish 15-minute. Could look for a possible re-entry. However, there's no internal SMT. What's been happening? Someone entered. What's this line marked out here? We are just ripping, holy. That was a structured trade. Look, we had a bearish SMT off of these highs inside a 15-minute gap after inversing a 30-minute. Yeah, just wasn't our day, I suppose. May look for a re-entry to try get break even on the day. However, not going to force anything because like we are only 20 minutes into market open. There is another 15-minute above, which I didn't see. This one's probably got higher probability, which ES. No, ES is at the bottom one. We've got this one as well, which we could look for. That was a really good trade. That was a really good setup, sorry, rather. Entered off of this candle inverse in the gap. Break even at the internal low. See, this is easier than doing a journal. If I just video myself trading. Just creating some more structure by the looks of things. I'm trying to think why that lost. Was it because of news? Was it because we were trading against the trend? But we weren't on the higher time frame. We weren't at all. Higher time frame bearish. Hella bearish. However, that was a very bullish reaction from market open. Maybe it could have been that because we are just ripping. So let's get rid of this. I will be looking for longs in this 15-minute as well. And if we take another loss, we're done for the day. Because we'd be like 2% down. We can't go more than 4% of our loss limit. So look for longs in this area. Sorry, shorts. What more about shorts? But what would we short to? At least this 5-minute. Short down to this 5-minute for a 5-minute retrace to continue higher, or this inverse 5-minute. If we were to come up here, inverse this, come down, back to this inverse gap, get an entry, add long. So we'll see. Could be a good, be a good couple trades here. I don't want to do too many trades. Obviously, I don't want to overtrade. But we'll see what happens when we get into this gap. See if the market gods present us with anything, or if we just rip for the laughs. Really, if we just just for a laugh. See, I always forget. Is this which 15-minute is this one? This is the second one. Okay, so we are in that bitch. We are in there like swimwear on NQ, and we are not on ES. See, this is how I know like I don't need to mark out an SMT because I know that this is the same gap as this. So if ES doesn't come up, we get an entry. Yeah. How big is this gap? It's only 20 pips. Gonna wait for some structure. I want an internal and a good looking 30-second to inverse. And maybe a minute as well. Maybe a minute because I've been going off of 30-second recently. But if I can get a 1-minute inverse with less risk to reward, I probably would, you know, just for the basic fact that it's double the probability. So, or we just dick down. Is that news? No, not for another couple minutes. No SMT. We are in a high time frame PD array. I was debating pressing sell there. What's everyone else doing? See what this does. I'm not just 15-minute gap, 30-second inverse. There's no way, Jose. Don't have a 1-minute gap. We could just look for anything is, yeah, an SMT off these highs. SMT off these 5-minute highs, tapping into the 15-minute gap on NQ. See if this 30-second holds, because we could short if we get an SMT at this 30-second. Just depends if there's 30-second holds. That's the only thing. And if we're able to get an entry off of that as well. 30-second holds, come down inverse is 15. Go on, take it. Go on, ES. Well, we held. Go on, ES. Yes, I know you want to take that. I know you want to take that recent high. We didn't end up getting an inverse. Sorry, we didn't end up getting an SMT. There's too many gaps on the screen now. There's no SMT. There's no internal SMT. I'm not longing this shit. "30 seconds of chop." There we go. We got the SMT. Now we look for an inversion. As long as NQ doesn't. Oh, no, okay. NQ took the high. Okay. Never mind. There's no SMT now. We could dump from this to that 5 minute, like I was saying. Got a bullish 5 here if we want to look for longs. However, with the bearish SMT on the higher time frame as well, we're just dicking. It's a shame we didn't get an entry. Only entry would have been off of this 30-second, but then like it wouldn't have been a good entry anyway. No bullish SMT here. I'd need one of you, ideally, to come take out this in order to want to move higher. Tap this, tap the inverse, and then move higher. Because we've got no SMT to move higher here either. We're just fucking about. We're just fucking about. It's a Monday. My lips have been really sore recently. Respecting that 30-second, but with no SMT. One of you is going to come down and sweep this. Sweep it, daddy. Good boy. Good boy. Is there any high time frame? Yeah, 1 minute. We got a 1 minute here. Don't sweep it, NQ. Don't sweep it. Sweeper, not sweeping. There we go. We got an SMT there. Got an SMT there. 30-second. Don't come and blast me, you son of a bitch. Leave a gap. 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 Pretty please leave a gap. Fuck it. Do I just long for this inverse? I mean, it looks decent. Would ideally like a bit more structure to it. But then if I lose, how pissed am I going to be if I took it prematurely? Is the only thing. Big dick down. Is that news? That could be news. 30-second. I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine. Smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. This SMT is no longer valid. See, if I would have entered there, you know what I mean? It's always good to have rules. We're just fucking about now. 1 minute. Okay. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. How long we got till? Okay. 5 minute held. No SMT. And we rip. No SMT. No SMT. Ski. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine. If we've missed like the one, I haven't seen any other trade opportunity though. People were saying to short this, like in the Discord. Like, told my mate to short this, short this, short this. We didn't have anything. We had no internal. We had an external in the gap, but we had no internal. So it's like, which one do you prioritize? We do, however, have one here. 30 second gives us a bit more. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine. Got an SMT here. But then we've got fuck all gap. Like, we don't have any gap to inverse. It would have to, what gap would we inverse? This tiny ass 15 second? Like, bro, are you for real? Look how choppy this is, man. I don't want to fucking enter off that. Is that all you're going to give us? Is that all we're going to get? An SMT inside an inverse 5 minute. There's something here I'm missing, man. There's something, just the whole trading thing, there's something I'm missing. Surely, right? Because what have we just come down into then? I want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. This is not clean price action at all. Retrace into 15 minute, then long to Trudeau open. Is there a 15 minute chat? Yo, that's crazy, bro. Oh, what that? Fuck me. Yeah, really? After... I don't like the look of that at all, mate. I don't like the look of that at all. That SMT. See, if we'd have had an internal up here, I would have entered. But it's the fact that we had no internal. And where was the... Yeah, like we had an external inside the gap and a 30 second inverse, which would have put my stops here and got stopped out. And then we had no entry anyway. What are these lows I've got marked out? I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine. So good bullish inverse, 15 minute, retrace into 15 minute, and 5. So look, we could have shorted that. We couldn't have, but I'm saying we could have. So we've got an SMT off these lows, SMT off these lows inside the 15 and 5 minute gap. Inside this 30 second. Fuck you know. Is that news? It's 10 a.m. macro, baby. Was this 54.55. That was macro. SMT ski still holding. Inside this 15, man. We've got too many fucking boxes on this charts. Fuck me. We've no SMT ski. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Yeah, so unclear. Yeah, it is. Back on next fair, please won't fuck up again. 30 seconds? Why did you take that? Bro, people have like so many different methods, bro. Alright, quick. Do we have an internal SMT? We've just... fuck it, buy. What am I buying? I don't know. Oh, that's a horrible trade. I shouldn't have taken that. Why did I take that? That's a horrible decision. If we come back to break even, I'm closing. Do we have an SMT? Hold on, 30 second there. Is that an internal? Is that... Did we sweep that? Equal lows. Only thing is now, with me entering that, we're like messing up my win-loss, which isn't ideal. I've told myself I wasn't going to do that. SMT, I'm just trying to see if this is an SMT. Like any kind of external. I can't see where... Yeah, there's a bullish SMT, to be fair. If I lose that, I might just wait. I might just leave and just reset my accounts. Because like this wouldn't be good at all. That inverse 30 second could save the day. Low key, or we get more structure. No, we inversed it. Okay. See, what I would wait for would be now to come down, sweep this low, making us. So if we lose this, it's fine. Shouldn't have entered that at all. Wow. L trader, L bloody trader, guys. L trader, and I didn't take it out when I said I would do. See, we've got 3 equal lows on ES there now. Bounced off that price 3 times. Into the SMT lows. So we swept it on ES. We've got an SMT ski.
Order filled.
How did I not? Okay, I was gonna say, how did I not get stopped out? What the hell? So there's no SMT. I think that's leaves it there. Down 13. No, down 1100 on the day. Crazy. We're just gonna keep ripping down. I'm not gonna get emotional. Is that into a 1 minute? What do we have there? No SMT. Inverse. There's no SMT. I'm still figuring this out. We will get there eventually. I know we will. We're not gonna let it ruin our day either. Be good to go back and watch this actually. Oh, there we are. Hello. Debating locking myself out. However, we could get one more try at the this 5 minute to continue higher. Because this would be like the final, like the last resort retrace if we were to push further higher. Unless we get a 5 minute continuation to the downside. See, it's always like I always pick the one that doesn't work. And it's like the one that does work, I always hover on. So it's like maybe just start taking the trades I don't feel comfortable with, which sounds counterintuitive, but if we were to do the opposite of what we did today, we'd be in profit. So strange. What's everyone else done? Fucking bullshit. See, this guy took it. This guy took the trade we were talking about earlier. All he had. That's not an SMT. Why'd you take that? That's a shit SMT. Yeah. Pretty bad entry bar, but yeah, see, everyone's slaying that. Okay, right. Looks like we're getting some sort of bullish thing off of here. We're going to de-risk to 6 micros. No SMT. SMT on the 5. Well, no, we've tapped into both of those, so it wouldn't matter. See, look, so we've got the same exact thing that's happening here. The 1 minute. I want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Inverse, tell you what. Come back down, get an internal SMT off of these lows. Or we just, first try the fucker and just... That's crazy work. That's crazy work. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for longs, but it's like, what? It's not going to give me an entry? Like, hello? We've got one trade left before we blow this account. So it's like I don't want to be a knobhead. But we've had bad days, man. These are bad days. But I don't want to pay to reset the account. That's the thing. Could look for continuation shorts. If we get an SMT off these highs. Because I do believe we'd want to ideally go down and take that 1 hour gap. But, excuse me. So we could see something off of these highs. Maybe. If we got, I think because we've got that SMT up at the top. If we were to, just double check, yeah, we got an SMT up at the top. If we were to get an internal SMT here, could take it for a continuation rather than a reversal trade. But that's if NQ sweeps this, gives us a clean 30 second, and we inverse it after, like pretty much straight after making the SMT. Whereas this 30 second bearish is holding. So we could just dick down from that, which we could do by all means. I think I need to go back to the drawing board after this and sort of reevaluate the... After this, I'll show you the model that we took. And see, so we're in this bullish gap. I want to be on the cover. See, yes, loves making those equal lows instead of a fucking SMT. By all means, we could shoot up. Take this. And then create a 30 second free ride all the way down to the blood clot bottom. But we'll see. No SMT off these highs. Ideally, like I said, I want this to be taken. So. What terrible trading day if we leave it there. We might have to though. It's fine. Like, it doesn't. Money for me doesn't affect me in the slightest. I just want this to work. You know, I'm sure you can. Agree. Or we could create. See, I'm not assertive enough. I don't think. Because I was saying we could just come down, sweep this SMT inside this 30-second gap and this 1 minute gap after inversing one to continue higher. So like looking for longs, but I was just saying we were looking for shorts. Just whichever one comes first, really, I suppose. But we didn't end up getting a bullish SMT. Five-minute continuation lower loading now. Continue at 5-minute continuation lower. What, the top of that? Yeah. I mean, like if we were to get up to the top of that, that would be a bearish 5-minute. Is it bearish? We'll see. You got to come up with your own analysis, but I've learned that proves not to work a lot of the time. So, oh, we do have an SMT here. No decent gaps to fill though. So it's like we're just not really decent unless we just dig down now, in which case we've missed it anyways. ES could be the leading index on this. That's a change. We do have a bearish SMT here. Like WTF is going on, gamers? Like, look, this is the 15 second. What the fuck is this? Why people trade this? I have no idea. Like, bro. Ended up inversing the 15 second. There's no external. Could ride it up to this 5-minute if we were to come down and get an SMT off these. But we've, like I said, we've got one trade left. So. Basically longing this up to the 5-minute. But we don't have like a good SMT. We didn't inverse anyway. We did with slippage, but that's not clean. And looks like we would have been stopped out, so we lost the account. Right. This is what we were looking at before, so I'm probably just going to stick with this. Inside the 5-minute. I wanna be a billionaire. I want to pass 50K so fucking bad. How am I this fucking ass? I wanted to get a payout and break even of everything I've spent on trading. I've lost over a band to this shit. If we get an SMT here, I'm gonna be a fucking happy guy. Take it all the way to highs. Yes, don't you fucking dare take out that low. You little snotty fucking hoe. If we get an inverse off this gap, we are taking that shit to the bank. Aiming for 1 to 2.5. Got an internal off of these lows too. Get ready to press the buy button.
Order filled.
Holy slippage, but this shit looks good. Could have got a better entry, but it's okay. Only thing with that is like, yeah, like we would have inversed and then inversed that gap as well. So this is the last trade on the account. Otherwise we've lost it and we'll have to pay for a new one. Which means we won't be eating for a while. Break even, where should we set break even? What, this internal high? Yeah. It ain't over till it's over, motherfucker. We got an SMT off of this and that. Realistically, it's an A plus inside of a bullish gap. So we'll see. I'm numb now, so this is just trying to pass it as fast as possible. 10 a.m. What's the time? Yeah, so it's 10:22 now. Well, it would be for them, sorry. So just to take it up to here and then look for shorts lower. Obviously, in an ideal world. But we'll see what happens. I've learned not to get excited when I see a little bit of green because I don't get sad when I see a little bit of blue. So, red, sorry. Everybody dance now. Bow, 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 bow. Has ES taken this high? No, ES is way off that high. Okay. I was going to say we could potentially ride this for a better risk to reward, but we'll see what happens when we hit break even. But then even when we hit break even, would we come down to this inversed gap is what I'm thinking. So that's supposed to be break even. But I don't want to get break even straight away, so we'll leave it at this low. I've got trust in the model. We should just flush straight to the upside from this. Then if we don't, I've admitted that we've lost it anyway, so. So we've trying to debate whether I should go break even. Yes, it's an internal high. Yes, there's an SMT off it. Oh, yeah, we should go break even there. Because even if we don't win, we've still got one trade left in the bank. So it's a smart decision to go break even there, at least until ES takes us high. If ES takes us high, then like break even, like we're fine. Because we could just dig straight down and hit break even. Where we got a bad entry, break even might not be the best play. But like I said, we should just sweep through. We'll have to see what happens. And there's no longer an SM equal highs. Yes, I swear to God, if you make... Okay, there we go. By the way, if we were to win this, this will be the one that I put in the chat. How far would it be for a 1 to 2? See, I said it and now we're getting break even.
Order filled.
I couldn't move my stop in time. That I was thinking this gap here could save it. Is the only thing, because there's no SMT. I'm re-entering off of this. There's no SMT now. And that 30-second held. So I was going to move it anyway. So if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Was that a bad decision? Because we're not in any kind of... Well, we'll find out if it's a bad decision if we get stopped out. I don't want to talk about it. We wouldn't have been stopped out, but... So that's the inverse of the 30-second. Ideally blast through that, but... Yeah, so if we lose this trade, we've lost the account. But we'll see what happens. No SMT off these lows, but there's no SMT off the highs either, so... Flash through into the 5 minute. Coming from a bullish 5 minute. I can see us coming into here to go back down, so... Break even on this trade at this internal high. And I will actually break even it because of the entry. We could de-risk a little here. So where would this be? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. I'd like to see this inversed, which we did, so we will be able to get a winning trade everywhere we go. Oh, I've never wanted to blow my brains out any more than trading NQ. Anyway, got a small ass SMT there, but I don't think it's a good one. But we'll see. If we take this high, I'm going break even, and I will leave it at break even because this is emotional torture at this rate. So if we get break even off of this, I'm locking myself out, and we're not trading anymore today. Same as if we lose. This is the last trade we're taking. Just hit break even, babe. Just hit break even. Oh my god, bro, just hit break even. Hit fucking break even, you div. What are you doing? Just go up. You're like 3 points away. There we go. Hopefully should just flush to the upside now. See, that's why you always re-enter on trades, bro. Always re-enter on trades. Leave it at 1 to 2. See, this is the trade that we like to take. Up 500. What's the balance? See, the balance still isn't, but I don't care about the balance. That's the only thing. Okay, ES has made it into this 5 minute. I'm moving my take profit down to there. For a 1 to 5. Because there is a bearish SMT there now. What's everyone else saying? Yeah, he took it. Just gotta let it be. Let it breathe a little bit. Because, like, there's no reason for us to come up this high and not hit that 5 minute on ES. It's edging me so much. God, it's edging me a lot. Fuck me. Just go into that 5 minute. Go on. Bull run. There's no SMT off these highs. I'm not bothered. I'm bothered. I'm bothered though. I'm bothered. Face bothered. Bothered face. Bothered face. Face bothered. Tapped into the 1 minute. Just run from this, please. Just run. Like, why are we fucking about right at the top of the fucking... right at the end of the extension leg? I don't want to be the person that takes profits too early, that's the thing. Like, why was ES the leading index on that? I think if we inverse this 30-second, I'll just take profits because we've got the SMT at the 5 minute. Just go on, just hit. Yes, I know. Yeah, the thing is, NQ, I know you want to, you know, touch that 5 minute up. Got an SMT off this. Because that thing is, that's my short. That's my short position setup. We could just cancel this and enter shorts if we... Holy. We were that close to TP. Wow.
Order filled.
Wow. Wow. That's why you take profits, guys. Holy shit. Holy shit. Got break even on that. And we didn't even go for the greedy take profit. It's just because the ES took it first. We're going to dick now. We are going to dick down. Anyway, minus 1.1k on the day. We are locked out all day. That is us finished. Where are we? Here we are. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry we couldn't get a banger. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I want to upload this because I know how fucking long we've been recording in 60 FPS for over an hour. Oh dear, my poor Wi-Fi. Anyway, see you tomorrow.